Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. Today let's talk about a question that I received from a young school teacher who basically said, is financial freedom an impossible dream for those working in non-IT jobs? Now, I spent quite a bit of time and words in the article explaining why there is nothing special for those in IT jobs. They don't really earn that much as many of us think that they do, and they're under a lot of pressure and stress, and it's not easy for them. So I don't want to get into that now. But what the person is trying to say is that basically he's saying my salary is low compared to let's say a typical corporate job, and therefore is financial freedom an impossible dream for me because I'm interested in it. Now this is the fact is, it doesn't matter where you work, IT job, non-IT job, that doesn't matter. Ultimately what matters is, for a given level of income, what is your level of expenses, what is your level of debt, and how much can you actually put away for your retirement. And I have said this before several times, that for normal retirement you will have to invest in a matching amount. That is, if X is your annual expense that you think will continue in retirement, then you will have to at least invest X. That is including your EPF, NPS, whatever, including all that. If X is your annual expense, your annual investment for retirement should be X, at least X minimum for normal retirement. Of course, what is normal retirement is a problem, because for people in IT, normal retirement, I have heard people say it's 45, and typically in corporate jobs already it is 55. I think beyond 55 it's very little chance, unless you are in a very very high level position, and 50 I think is probably the norm. So already it is 50, whereas for a teacher it could be 60, because the stress levels are relatively lower, the pressure is relatively lower, the hours are relatively more regular, if not less, and also an academic could strike a work-life balance much better than a corporate guy, generally speaking. I'm not saying this for everybody, and I don't want anybody to take offense from what I'm saying, generally speaking. So the point is that what we should be asking is, why are people striving for financial freedom or early retirement? So if you look at it, if you forget about where they are working, IT, non-IT, doesn't matter. If you look at it, most of them who say that I want to get out of the rat race will have a very stressful job. Maybe not necessarily from corporate, but typically from corporate. And it is that stress, and they are not able to strike that work-life balance because of that stress, and they want to get out of it. And they want to go solo, they want to create a startup, they want to be a consultant, whatever. They just want a slightly relaxed work schedule. So that's the reason for that urge for financial freedom. That is the urge for early retirement. Not financial freedom is mandatory, early retirement I should say. So as a school teacher, do you really need to be in a hurry to get rid of your job? I'm assuming that you like your job, otherwise it's very dangerous to be a teacher. Anybody, I mean, you don't need to love your IT job or corporate job as long as the pay is good and you're able to deliver. But teaching is very different, because you're going to impact lives a lot more. So you have to love your job, otherwise it can be a mess for everybody concerned. So assuming that you like your job, and assuming that I think you should be able to strike a better work-life balance than a typical corporate employee, what's the hurry to retire early? I mean, you take all the time you want and invest, work on your job. He has also written that he's taking some tuitions, so work on that, work on building new skills, developing new skills. That's going to give you a fulfillment. At the end of the day, it's not early retirement or normal retirement, it's fulfillment and work-life balance. And I think we need work-life balance even after retirement. We need to do something after retirement to make sure we are active. So focus on normal retirement, and I think as long as you are able to hit that investment amount close to that X, which is your annual expense, I think you should be fine. Of course, generally speaking, for early retirement, you need to invest at least 2 times X or 3 times X, something like that. 2 to 3 times X is fine. But what is early retirement is very relative, because normal retirement itself is relative. For a corporate employee, when 50 to 55 is normal retirement, early retirement can be at least 5 or 10 years earlier. So it can be, also they may have that extra money to to push towards that early retirement. So not everybody need to worry to retire early. Financial freedom is mandatory, but you can achieve it normally. You have all the time in the world. You've just written that you've started your career, so you don't have to worry about it. And I would suggest that what I've always been telling people is that we should stop defining success in terms of money, qualifications, and where we studied, where we are working, and so on. We have Earl Nightingale said it the best. Success has to be defined as the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That's probably the best definition of success. Have a worthy ideal and progressively go to it. You don't need to achieve it. As long as you are inching towards that ideal, towards your goal, then you should call yourself successful. It doesn't matter how much you're making, what you're spending, what your mobile phone brand is, all that doesn't matter. What you're driving, all those things don't matter. So all the best to you. Bye bye.